tapped in on a different level, trying to get to it, and I'm not ashamed. Doubting who I was for a second, now I see it clear, and it's not a game. Feel through these flaws that I'm dealing with. Drop a go yard at the dealership. Been through it all, and some killing. Blood on my hands, but it's still a gift.
Pressure made it hard to deal with you and I was sober. I'm gonna live when it's over. I'm gonna get what I told you. Cause I've been up that soda, make it hard to sleep, it's a lot on my shoulder. I can't let you take control of how I'm living life. Back in the day when you was down, it was for the hype. Why you still answer when I call you middle of the night? Off of I ain't got it in me trying to tell a lie. Kept it real with you from the jump and I'ma pay the price.
If I crash, don't save me. Driving this fast Mercedes. Records with passion lately. Driving this fast Mercedes. Records with passion lately. If I crash, don't save me. If I crash, don't save me. Driving this fast Mercedes.
Yo, peace. We all back. The One Warren CJ. It's sponsored by Team Humble. So again, new 24. Glad you can make it. Hope all is well. World is crazy. And we all kind of going through and dealing with it on our own terms. Some doing better than others. So yeah, back to it. This video specifically, personal video. I chose to cut my hair. And I want to explain it to my village. Why? For me, it's a representation of a completion of my transition, my spiritual journey, getting an understanding of certain things and certain spiritual agreements that I have with God, you know, and you know me, my village, you understand what I'm saying, so I don't really have to go too far in depth with that. But this is not an abrupt move. This is well thought out. I've actually been stalling for a while because I want to always make sure that what I'm doing is intentional. And so what I had in mind during this process, the whole thing I'm thinking about in my mind, as you can see there, I'm kind of focused on what I'm doing, was my grandmother, man. So in college, the first time I really grew my hair out was after high school, going into college. And that was a whole nother level of who I was. You know, I was transitioning into college and becoming something completely different as well. Learned a lot, met a lot of great people, and grew from there. But when I first grew my hair out, you know, back then, you know, your ears pierced, had your hair out, you dressed fly. You know, that's what it was. That was a popular thing to do. You know, every time had its uniform, so to speak, which was like catchy, or it was like a common thing. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it right now, but yeah, trendy. And so it was a trendy thing at the time. But every day I would come home from school, no matter how proud she was of everything that I was doing, she always gave me my accolades, always reassured, you're doing great. I'm proud. I love you. I'm proud of you. But she's like, baby, you don't want to just cut your hair? Like, your hair is so nice. Like, I love when you just cut it and lay it down. You get your waves and, you know, you look nice and clean. And me being a rebel, nah, this is what they doing. You know, this is what we doing now. So come on, show me some love. And for that reason, even though I had it, I always made sure that I would keep myself up and keep it clean, especially when I come around her, because she didn't want me to have it anyway. And any reason that I would give her for me to, you know, cut my hair at the time, she was going to do it. So she did support me throughout my college career, you know, made everything that she could make. So did my mother, you know, my family and friends. Everybody that could make it out. I was making my transition in college. And so that was part of my process going into that. Transitioning and changing my way of thinking about the world prior to getting a decent education. So I learned from that. And so part of my agreement was, like I told you guys, I gave you an example, it was an analogy, but again, sometimes it'd be real life. You're gonna have to go out that same club that you went in, you know, unwillingly, oftentimes. Now that we know that we didn't know better, so you got to give yourself grace. But ultimately, you have to remove yourself from those spaces because you're no longer that person. You don't have a problem with that energy. You understand why that energy is necessary in certain cases. But once you grow past that, you know, you have to separate yourself and allow those people and those things to grow and manifest and do what that does, and go build your own thing or join a club or a village, you know, build your own village realistically, but until you do join, some people that's like-minded that can help you get there. You know what I'm saying? And it's not always financial. Information and networking and just knowing the right people can get you in a lot of doors. That's something you're going to learn every day. Everywhere you travel on the land, in the world, there's different laws that you have to go by. So you have to, tread lightly, make sure you're not disrespecting anybody, and make sure you're showing love. You know what I'm saying? And showing respect all the time. So again, to my youth, to my village, I love y'all. Just wanted to talk to you, chop it up a little bit. So when you see me on camera moving forward without the locks, you're like, oh man, what happened? I know most of you love it. I get it. I got it. But again, this is a little deeper than that. And, if you know, you know, and we'll tap into that a little later. But again, I love you guys. And thank you for riding me this long. It feels like it's just starting realistically. And, for the first time in a long time, I'm really excited. This is something for me that's new. And, I'm always challenging you guys to do something new, something that challenges you, makes you a little scary, a little, fearful of whatever may happen, and self-sabotaging and things. So you get to see me in real time, go through my transition, whether it goes the way I want it to go or not. Ultimately, I don't worry about that because I don't have anything that I'm looking for, except for to just win the day and do what I was told and live intentional and lead by example. So outside of that, everything else is extra credit, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know. You feel me? But again, I love y'all. Thank you for riding with me. Thank you for joining me through this journey and continuing with me with this journey. Getting a little bit better at the social media thing. But again, if you know anything that I can help, shoot me a DM. Let me know. Got any questions? Let me know. We can chop it up. Pretty cool. And that's really about it. So, yeah. Again, thank y'all for your time. This is Jones Logic's podcast. One of those sessions we'll be talking and encouraging. And yeah, man, don't give up, please. Mental health awareness. Speak to somebody. Play that video game. Like nobody cares. Like take that walk if you got to do it every day. Cry. Whatever you got to do to get it off so you don't just remove yourself because we are at war and we need everybody collectively. You know what I'm saying? And you do have something to offer. So I encourage you if you can. I know it's harder. It's easier said than done. I do get it. But if you can, muster up enough courage and strength, really, not courage, because you're not soft by any means or anything outside of that. But if you can muster up enough strength to just find it in yourself to just kind of push through, I guarantee you it's not as bad as you think. A little uncomfortable at first, but like anything else, it's repetition, right? So you stick with it, you discipline yourself, you got your ticket, so you stay in line. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. It may be chaotic. Everything is different. So with respect to those crafts or that lane or whatever it is that you're trying to pursue, you got to play within the rules. You know what I mean? Don't disrespect nobody. Don't step on any toes. But again, stand up for what your moral values are and what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Over here is always God first. Everything else is secondary. And, we lead with respect. And we hope we receive that respect. And again, if this is not something that you're accustomed to, boring, it's drawn out. Again, this is not for you. I appreciate your time. You can remove yourself, and there's plenty of other people that wanted to grab a seat. So I appreciate your time as well. Anyway, thanks for even checking it out and even having an opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that critique if you would shoot a DM. But if not, it's cool. But I love you, and I appreciate your time anyway. So again, thank you guys for riding with me through this journey. It's been a little minute now. You know what I'm saying? You look up, time flies for real. But yeah, that's really what it is. So I love y'all again. I know I say it a lot, but my village know what I'm talking about. It's intentional. And again, we need to make it normal. Genuine love. I love y'all. Stick with me. And let's ride. Team Humble. June. Peace.